Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the J&May English Podcast. I am so happy to be here today. Mr. J, how are you doing?
I am doing very well, May. It is a beautiful day to learn something new.
It really is. Today, we have a very big topic. It is something everyone is talking about. Which is better, an AI English teacher or a human English teacher? Like robots versus real people. This is so important for everyone listening.
It is the big question of the year. Many of my students ask me, Mr. J, do I still need a real teacher or can I just use my phone?
Oh no, I hope they still need us. But before we get into the answer, if you are new here, please subscribe to the J&May English Podcast. We share real-world English every week to help you speak better.
Yes, please join us. Now, let's look at the real-world side of this. AI is everywhere. AI stands for Artificial Intelligence. It's a computer program that can talk and think like a person. May, you use AI, right?
Oh, all the time. If it is 3 a.m. and I can't sleep, I can open an app and practice my English. My phone is always awake. But you, Mr. J, you are sleeping at 3 a.m.
That is true. I need my sleep. This is a big win for AI. It is available 24/7. That means all day and all night. It never gets tired and it never gets bored.
Right, and it doesn't get angry if I make the same mistake 10 times. I can say he go instead of he goes again and again, and the AI just says, try again, May.
Exactly. For basic practice, AI is amazing. But there's a catch. A catch means a hidden problem.
A catch? What is the catch? I thought AI was perfect because it knows every word in the dictionary.
This part is vital. Most learners fail here because they think English is just a list of words and rules. They treat it like a math problem. But English is not math. English is about connection.
Oh, so if I only talk to a robot, I'm missing the connection?
Yes. Can a robot feel your heart? Can a robot understand if you're sad or nervous?
Probably not. It just gives me a green check mark when I say a sentence correctly. It feels a bit cold.
That is the word. It is cold. AI is a tool, like a hammer or a screwdriver, but a teacher is a guide. A guide shows you the way and walks with you.
I like that, a guide. But some people say AI is getting very smart. It can tell jokes now.
It can tell jokes, but it doesn't know why they're funny. It's just following a pattern. In the real world, English has nuance. That's a fancy word for small, important differences.
Nuance. Let me write that down. Small differences. Like how the word fine can mean I'm happy or I'm actually very angry.
Exactly. A human teacher sees your face. We see your eyes. We know when you're confused, even if you say, I understand. A robot only hears your words.
That is so true. My phone cannot see my confused face yet. It just waits for me to type something. But, Mr. J, isn't it true that AI is much cheaper? Some apps are free.
It is cheaper, yes, and for some things it's better. If you want to check your spelling, use AI. If you want to practice a simple dialogue, use AI. But if you want to speak with confidence, that's different.
This is where it gets interesting. I noticed that when I talk to AI, I feel very relaxed. But when I talk to a real person, I get nervous. Does that mean I should use AI more?
Actually, it means the opposite. Simple trick for you. If you only practice where it is safe and easy, you will never be ready for a real conversation. Real conversations are a little bit scary.
You're right. I need to feel that scary feeling to grow.
Precisely. A human teacher pushes you. We give you feedback that matters. AI says, great job to everyone. A human teacher says, May, you can do better than that. Try using a stronger word.
That makes sense. The AI is too nice to me. It's like a friend who never tells me I have food in my teeth.
That's a great way to put it. You need someone to tell you the truth so you can improve.
So we have the always ready AI and the real connection human. I want to know more about how we can use both. Is there a way to have the best of both worlds?
There definitely is, and it's a strategy many successful students use.
A strategy? I love strategies. Tell me, Mr. J, how do I use a robot and a human at the same time without getting confused?
It is called hybrid learning. Hybrid means mixing two different things to make something better. Think of it like a car that uses both gas and electricity to drive.
Oh, I see. So I use the AI for some things and you for other things. But how do I decide? I don't want to hurt your feelings by talking to a robot too much.
Don't worry, May. My feelings are fine. Here is the secret. Use AI for input and repetition. This part is vital. Repetition means doing the same thing many times until it is easy.
Like practicing my vocabulary words or listening to the same sentence 10 times?
Exactly. AI is perfect for that. You can use an app to learn 5 new words every morning. You can use a chatbot to check if your grammar is correct. This is mechanical work.
Mechanical work? Like fixing a car?
Yes, it's the basic stuff that keeps the car moving. But simple trick for you. Don't spend all your time there. Most learners fail here because they spend 3 hours a day on an app, but they never talk to a person.
That was me last year. I had a 100-day streak on my English app. I felt like a genius. But then a tourist asked me for directions in the street, and I just stood there like a statue. I couldn't say a word.
That is because the app is predictable. Predictable means you always know what is coming next. You press a button, it gives an answer. But a real person is unpredictable. They use weird words, they have accents, or they speak very fast.
Exactly. My phone always speaks very clearly and slowly. People in the real world, not so much.
That is why you need a human teacher for output. Output means speaking, sharing ideas, and learning about nuance.
Nuance? We talked about that before. Those small differences in meaning?
Yes, and also culture. Culture is not just about food or holidays. In English, culture is about social rules. This part is vital. For example, if you say, "Give me water" to a waiter, an AI might say, "That is a correct sentence." But a human teacher will say, "Wait, that sounds a bit rude. Try, 'Can I have some water, please?'"
Oh, so the AI checks the grammar, but the human checks the vibe.
Exactly, the vibe or the feeling of the conversation. AI doesn't understand sarcasm or humor very well yet. If I say, "Oh, great, it's raining," I'm actually unhappy. A robot might think I love the rain.
True. It would probably say, "I am glad you are happy about the weather, May."
Precisely. Another thing is accountability. Accountability means being responsible to someone else. It's much harder to quit when a real person is waiting for you and cheering for you.
I agree. When I know I have a lesson with you, I study harder because I don't want to look silly. If I don't open my app, the robot doesn't care. It just sends me a small notification that I can ignore.
That pressure of talking to a human being is actually good for your brain. It forces you to think faster. Simple trick for you. Use the AI to build your tools, like words and grammar, but use a human to build your house, which is real communication.
I like that. The tools and the house. So AI helps me prepare, but you help me perform.
Well said, May. But there is one more thing humans do that AI will never do, and it is the biggest reason why people succeed in learning English.
Is it magic? You can't leave me hanging like that, Mr. J. What is this big secret thing that only humans can do?
It is not magic, May. It is empathy. Empathy is a very important word. It means the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person.
Empathy. So it is like when I am sad because I can't remember a word, and you say, "Don't worry, May, I struggled with that word too when I was a student."
Precisely. An AI can say, it is okay to make mistakes, but it doesn't know what a mistake feels like. It has never felt embarrassed. It has never felt frustrated. This part is vital. Learning a language is emotional.
That is so true. Sometimes I want to cry when I don't understand a movie. A robot just says, "error," or "try again." It doesn't give me a virtual hug.
Exactly. Most learners fail here because they lose their spark. The spark is that feeling of excitement. A human teacher can see when you are tired and change the lesson to something fun. A human teacher can inspire you.
Inspire. That means to give someone the energy or the idea to do something great, right?
Yes, we are social animals. We learn best when we are part of a community. That is why our listeners are here today. They aren't just reading a book, they're listening to us talk.
I feel that. So, if I want to be the best English speaker I can be, what is the final game plan?
Here's a simple trick for you, the 70-30 rule. Spend 70% of your time using AI for the boring stuff. Use it for vocabulary, flashcards, and grammar drills. Drills are like exercises you do over and over.
Okay, 70% for the robot. And the other 30%?
Spend 30% of your time with a human teacher or a conversation partner. Use that time to talk about your life, your dreams, and your mistakes. This is where the real growth happens.
I love that. Use the robot to get ready and use the human to actually live in the language. Wow, I feel much better now. I was worried the robots were going to take your job, Mr. J.
Not today, May, not today. We still need each other to keep the language alive.
This has been such a great talk. I learned that AI is a great tool, but a human is a great guide. Before we go, let's look at some of the words we used today.
Good idea. We covered some big ones.
We talked about hybrid learning, which is mixing two things. We talked about nuance, the small differences in meaning, and my favorite, accountability, which is having someone make sure you do your work.
And don't forget empathy, understanding how others feel. That is the most human part of English.
Thank you so much, Mr. J, and thank you to everyone listening. Now we want to hear from you. In the comments, tell us, do you prefer practicing with an AI app or a real person?
We can't wait to read your answers. Until next time, keep practicing.
Bye-bye, everyone.